It is wet. It is chilly. I'm properly layered though. You can't see me properly. I think I need to do a get ready with me to work. I'd have to get up early to do that. Alright, but let's see. Yeah, I have a dress underneath. I have on tights, then my stockings, then 3 underblouses, thermal ones, and of course I have on brassiere and underwear. Yeah, I have my gloves. This, I have necky. My necky in my bag though. I think I more likely will wear that when I'm coming back home. Right, but how are you doing? Checking in, and I'm also declaring that you will achieve the things that you desire through consistency, hard work, commitment, excellent partnership with others, and of course, you know, I'm gonna say purr. And one of the things I've come to recognize why we don't get to where we want, including me, I have accomplished quite a bit and I'm grateful for that, but there are certain landmarks that I desire for myself, and the desiring for myself is so that I can better serve others. Yeah, one of the things why we don't achieve what we want is laziness. Like, guys, it's difficult to get up and be productive, and that is why we have to put ourselves in a rhythm. For example, for the longest while, I don't believe in spreading bed every day. I still don't. However, I've started doing it, not because I believe in it, but because I've been cultivating a habit of discipline. I would get up. I know in Jamaica they'll tell us if you drop down and them come in your yard and the bed not spread, it not look good. I dropped them already. The bed not spread already. So what? So that's really not my reason for doing this. The number one thing why I've started doing it is I've come to recognize that I really thrive better in a tidy, very tidy environment. One afternoon, I came home from work and the bed was unspread. It didn't bother me. I'm going to tell you the truth, because I'm going to shake it off and nothing really is there because it's one side, and I'm going to go into the bed. Yeah, some people may call it nasty. Go right ahead. That's fine. I just want to know that my sheets are always clean, because I get up in the nick of time. Hold on, my hands are cold and I took off one of the gloves. I get up in the nick of time, just in time to do all that I have to do, which is one, I usually prep my clothes from the night before and my meals. But if I'm not having porridge, I would get up and like do eggs or prep my cereal to go. Right? You have to be careful when you're crossing the road. Right. So I do that in the morning, pack my bag. Even if I put my meal from before, it would be in the refrigerator. So I go pack these things up, put in my water. If I'm gonna take tea, I put it in, I do it. Or anything else that I'm gonna take, I pack my bag. And lay my clothes out on the bed, and that's that. And I don't need more than 15 minutes to do that. I calculate that in my sleep time. I get up and girl is out. However, I remember when I left for the summer, I made it my priority to tidy the space, make sure everything is neat, bed spread nice. And guys, when I walked in the house after such a long time, there was just this beautiful peace and lightness, especially after traveling so long. I was like, whoa, this made my day better, coming home better. So I practiced that. And then I didn't start practicing it for work. I started practicing it. I was reading a book, and in reading the book, I was like, what could I do to help me become more disciplined? And one is getting up earlier, because when I don't get up earlier, I hurry. I'm like, because I don't like being late, and when I have to hurry, it's too much energy, man. Right. So I decided to challenge myself. You're getting up early, and when you get up early, you're going to spread the bed. You're going to make the bed. So, okay, this is an insertion because I was pretty much finished editing the video, and then I got to chapter, is this chapter 6? Anyway, I'm reading Level Up by Rob Dial. Let's see which chapter is this. And chapter 7 actually. And as I got to a point where it's speaking about making your bed, the subheading is small. Start your day with small wins.
Now if you feel the world's against you, Keita Shines can help you. Be the light and be the change.
Once you are awake, the first thing I advise you to do is make your bed. Remember, I tell you, I just start doing it. I never got any inclinations from anything. I just say, this is something to help me become more disciplined. It takes 2 minutes, maybe even less, but it creates a little bit more momentum, and is another small win. It's true. When I finish making the bed and I go to shower, pack my bag, I feel good. And then when I get back to the door, exceptional. Plus, it keeps you from getting back into the bed. That's not the case for me, because if I want to go back in bed, I'm going to go back, made or not. More significantly, you've gotten your first 2 wins of the day, and you haven't even been up for 5 minutes. That's not hitting the snooze. That's number 1 on the alarm and making the bed. I'm not going to speak about never hitting the snooze, because I haven't crossed that bridge yet. Making the bed is where we're at. For the longest time, I didn't think it made sense for me to make my bed. I didn't spend any time in my bedroom. All I did was sleep there. So what's the point of making the bed if I was just going to sleep in the thing later anyway? That's my exact thought. But then I realized just how powerful that simple action can be. True. It created a small sense of accomplishment and took no time at all. Sometimes we just need a why, and that's been my why, to be more disciplined. Admiral W.H. McRaven's 2014 commencement speech at the University of Texas went viral and became the inspiration for the best-selling book, Make Your Bed, Little Things Can Change. Little things can change your life and maybe the world. In it, he lays out the idea and other principles that he learned during Navy SEAL training that provided the foundation needed to overcome many of life's challenges. What do you have to lose? This one is a gimme. Make your bed. Yeah, I agree. It helps. Basic. And mark you, I was on holiday when I was doing this. going to work. So, and that for 2 weeks. I just got up out of the bed, sat around the desk, because a lot of for the 2 weeks, majority of the 2 weeks, I didn't even come out of the house. I was writing and recording and doing things. That person don't indicate. Terrible. Right. And I did that for the 2 weeks. Believe me, I just get up because I don't even see the purpose. I still don't of getting up in the same day, making the bed to get back in it right away, and you're not even going anywhere. I can understand going out the house. And by the way, disclaimer, my mother grew me to make the bed every time. She would be embarrassed, but I defy that, and I still defy it. I'm doing it because logically it's making sense to me. But if you don't make your bed, not because you're nasty, but it's whatever, just keep your space nice, and so I'm good. They'll tell you that once you make a bed, the whole place looks better. I won't deny that. That's fact. So that's something that you can think on. All right. So for the 2 weeks, I made the bed. I wondered if I was going to be able to keep up with it after I returned to work. So I challenged myself. And I've been doing it. It makes me feel that I missed one morning because, and that's the morning I was up watching the US election, had a trip the next day, and when I got home, oh my God, it was super late. I had to just rush out. That's the joy of prepping the night before, because I could just do everything and grab and go. Right. So, making my bed, and when I get home and open the door, I feel good. It feels good. And that is a habit I want to continue to cultivate, because I am on a mission to be consistently disciplined. And I'm starting with the little things in my life. Right? Every week I would tidy my room. So I take pleasure in Fridays, do the laundry, my friends know, do the laundry, sweep, I do my sheet, I do that. I love it. But I would reserve that for my weekends. Now I am doing it daily, making the bed and things like that. So cultivate habits around you that will help to build muscles of discipline and consistency, even when it's hard, even when it don't make any sense. Just do it, because in the long run it helps you. All right. Another thing I would say is willingness to ask for help. We don't get further because a lot of us want to take on the burden of life, and we are filled with so much pride that we think if we ask somebody for help, then they're gonna feel like you have to be dependent on them. Or some of us are selfish enough to just want everything by ourselves. Ask for help. I have a team of persons who I can just call on. It's either they can help me, they refer me, or they help me figure it out. Right? Ask for help. It makes life easier and it builds. And in asking for help, delegate some of the tasks, because I don't even have children and life can get so much. Can you imagine those with children, especially, and I always say it, those with special needs children? Oh my God. That alone is way more. It's a lot. Right. And in closing, there are others, but I want to close, catch my breath, and focus. Walking to school, I soon get there. In closing, yes, be praying, be prayerful. Oh, one of the things that I am making sure that, and it's including It's included in being prayerful, having a healthy devotional life. I've challenged myself because I've been doing devotion pitchy patchy. Sometimes I read, I always pray, but sometimes I don't commit to studying the word as I should, and that ain't good. So in addition to making my bed, I've been challenging myself to read my Bible consistently. Not only read, to literally study, right? If it's a chapter a day, if it's a verse, I have been. And that is something that builds the brain and the muscles and praying. And after you're through, pause and reflect. That simply means that you have to find that time based on your schedule, based on your family life, based on your pattern. Find it, because remember, our lives are not for us. You are living for your children, you're living for your husband, you're living for your wife, you're living for those you serve, you're living for your loved ones, you're living for your church, you're living for your job. We are living for something. So we have to find that rhythm and make it work, right? And when we find that rhythm, we pause and we reflect. And in the pausing, it's resting, right? Yeah. Make sure that you do those things, and please suggest other things that can help us to be productive. And last thing I'll throw in is find a book to read. If you're not a reader, listen to a podcast, listen to it. Listen to an audiobook that will help to build your cognitive development, right? Because it makes us better. So I'm gone. Thank you for walking with me a part of the way. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Bye.